Going into a trance is risky for most people, so don't get any ideas.
Hello. I have finished this event. I mean, it does seem like the coupon operation unlocks some more every so often. But yeah, I've got the whole thing up and at 'em. Let's see, what else have I done? Oh, I went around and I severely misunderstood the storage devices, and so like I thought I was donating a bunch of stuff, but turned around you have to click confirm to donate. So then I had to go back around to all the storage devices because I felt bad because I took a bunch of stuff, but I hadn't like left anything. I'm not entirely sure what anchoring the co-op construct does, but I assume it makes it stay. So, like, it makes it more permanent. So I'm just gonna go with that. So I anchored a bunch of the storage ones. The other ones are neither here nor there. I don't really care about them. But some decently useful things from it. I've gotten some okay materials of like characters, building materials. It helps that since I'm building a bunch of characters in order, I do need some of the older materials because I think a lot of people are donating those because that's what they have a lot of. And then there's a lot of food donations. Oh, also, I finished ascending my Columbina, and I finished her weapon, and she already had her artifacts on. So I just have some talents to do, but I removed her from my pool of characters to replace her with Sandrine. Figured I'd try to get her built soonish. I'll probably do Sandrine, and then Odette. And then maybe by then I'll have Mitya. The good news is, I have a bunch of these already. So, and I don't really have anybody else who needs them yet. I mean, Odette will, but I think for Sandrine, I'll probably either get her normal attack to 9, or maybe I'll crown it. And then the other two will just be 9 and 9. And we'll call him Bina. I'll probably crown the scale and get this to 9. And call it a day. And I probably won't do anything to her normal attack. So I'm going to do a small handful of little mini quests that I have to do, and then we'll get back to the bigger world quests. I just get these done with. Hello, children. We'll be able to build a snowman soon. Isn't that so exciting, boss? Simmer down over there in Fisa. Making a snowman is serious business. We need every snowball to be the exact right size to make this perfect, and we have to coordinate our efforts completely if we want the best possible result. But the Angry Bears definitely need more hands on deck to make this happen. At the very least, we need someone who can make us the perfect snowballs. You should know I'm a pro at making snowmen. Oh, you sure sound like a confident grown-up. Give it a try then, and if you can give us the perfect snowballs we're looking for, I've got a reward for you. Remember, the snowballs must be all exactly the same size. Well, not exactly, Krylov. Oh, I see. Oh, you're really gonna make me, start over from the beginning? Hello! It's been going pretty good. I was just going through, I finished, so I have this event finished. Not that it was difficult. And then last night, I stayed up a little later after stream and I finished my Columbina. She still has some talents to work on, these two, but I finished my Columbina. These are absolutely perfect snowballs. All they need is decoration here and there now. I hereby name this snowman Big Cheese. From now on, Big Cheese will be a key member of the Angry Bears. But of course, we still have another 2 snowmen to build. Would you give it a try? Yes. I did pull for Odette. And I got her. So I put Sandrone up in the slot to be built. And then I'll probably do Odette after. And then by then I should have Mitya. And I think he goes on an Odette Sandrone team based on leaks. Because I have decided what I'm going to do. Save for Mitya and the Tsaritsa. And then after that, I'll be waiting for reruns of Vesna and Vodyanica. And then we'll see what other of the cast that, like, we know about. There's no one else that I'm like, oh, I, like, super need this. But I will be getting Lamia next. There we go. You've gotten all your snowmen. Wow, that snowman is fire. I'm gonna call it the Super Snow Monster. Let's go. I like that name. It sounds impressive, and now our snowman squad is also finally complete. Thank you. This is for you. I'll ask you to join us, but unfortunately you're a little too old to be a member of the Angry Bears. I was saying it yesterday, but after I finished the Archon quest, I was very in love with, like, Mitya and Alicia and Vodyanica and Odette, and I was kind of sad to know that, like, I was going to log in and play, but there really wasn't going to be any of them. I mean, some of them you can meet them a little bit for the meeting point quest, but I was like, I'm gonna have to wait like 40 days to see them again. I was really sad. I was also talking about, before anybody got on, I went in, I was trying to find all of the storage containers that are in my world to, like, see what they had and then to donate my own stuff, and I completely flubbered it. Didn't realize that in order to donate things, you have to press not to donate, but in order to take things, you just pick them out, but in order to donate things, you have to actually, like, confirm your submission. My ass was taking a whole bunch of stuff out of all these storage containers and thinking I was donating things, but not actually donating them. So then I had to run back around and donate things because I felt really bad. I have picked up some useful stuff, although some of them are just full of food, and I fear I don't use food that often. I use it for the health when I don't feel like changing Farina to healer mode, and sometimes I use it for the stamina. But I don't know that I've ever used, like, the crit rate food and stuff. Okay. What next? Oh, I'll do this next. And I do think it'll be ages before my other account gets to Shaznaya, but I could see it being really useful on that other account where I have, like, nothing. At some point, I keep telling myself I'm going to do a really long stream on this account where I just material farm. Because I do need, as I've been building characters, like, my storage, my backlog of materials has really been drained. I mean, I was surprised on how quickly my Mora drained. Within, like, I had a huge amount of Mora that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna run out of anything. And within building, like, 2 or 3 of the 4-star characters, I was out. I was like, where's the Mora? It was scary. Oh, I did also... I've finished my Klee. She is triple crowned. For now, she has this. It's the Wanderer's Weapon. Okay. There's a leak that for the anniversary next patch, there's going to be a character selector, like a free character selector, and it's a bunch of 5 stars out of the pool for the Temper Thyself event, the free constellation event, and weapons. And there is part of me that kind of wants her weapon, but there's another part of me that's like, I could make a really good Writhsley team. And I know I have Writhsley on my other account, but I could make a really good Writhsley team on this account. There's like multiple characters that I'm like, I could do something really good with. I don't really know what to do. Oh, Sophia, you're back. How did things go with Marfa? Things went fine, thanks to these two. Zmei, this is Astrid, and this is Paimon. Ah, so you're the rumored... On behalf of Marfa and all in Snezhnograd who suffer under the Izmilov's boot, I thank you both. Ugh. Aw, shucks, it's nothing. My name is Zmei Luchkin. I guide the Luchkin on their path. Just call me Zmei. Irina Nikolievna Voronina. Hi there. Well, that's Irina for you. She's the one who enforces the rules here, and has done so long enough that she might appear a little hard, but I assure you, she's as warm-hearted as they come. Irina's workload has grown heavier ever since the old sire passed, and that's weighed her mood down lately. And recently, there's been this ugly business with the Izmailovs. Alright, I was just going to mention that. Esther and Paimon have agreed to help us teach those lads a lesson. Oh, well, that's the best news I've heard of late, I must say. Is it true? Will the two of you help? My left arm pulses with valor's solitary spirit. My right arm ripples with a lonesome gallantry. No one told me you were such a funny person. That said, though, we cannot settle the Izmailov affair with courage alone. Let's see, where should I begin? Ah, yes, with the debt collection, I suppose. They've been collecting across a vast area recently, regardless of whether the debtors can pay up or not. Marfa is one such example. This isn't something that a gang would normally do. Do this often enough, and no one will ever borrow money from you again. Even so, the Izmailovs are doing it. That's gotta mean they need tons of Mora. Precisely, Miss Paimon. They need tons of Mora, and my sources tell me they've been using this Mora to rent many a train carriage. To pay for a trip, maybe? I'm afraid that renting cards for trips doesn't cost that much. Instead, I imagine they're using the Snezhnograd rail system to move some goods in secret. That's generally how the world works. If you do things in the open, then you'll more or less pay fair prices. But if you do something in secret, it'll cost you extra. So what are they moving? They're moving raw material that could very well be used to construct a device that can open a shadow realm. Sophia! Oh. It's fine, Irina. If we're serious about asking for Astrid's help, we should lay our cards on the table. It's as Sophia says, Izmailov's young sire is finding a way to open a gate to the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm? You're talking about that weird space that we entered along with Alicia back then. I see you've already entered one such realm. Well, I'll be frank, everything related to these shadow realms is dangerous, whether it's the realms themselves or the things within them. The old sire once prohibited any of us from touching that business. As the rules had it, such matters were to be left to the Druza and the Energy Commission. If the young sire does intend to do something related to them, we'll have to move fast to stop him before he succeeds. So the order of the day is to identify the cargo they're carrying, which will have to trouble the two of you to do. Isn't this a job for your informants? Well, we don't really have that much manpower to spare, you know. And Sophia failed to complete her mission. In fact, she wound up alerting the other party. Well, it's not my fault security was so tight. 3 or 4 huge Ismilov thugs were on me before I could even get a little closer. We can't blame Sophia for that. The fact is that we crossed paths with the Ismilovs too many times, and we know each other too well, which can't be said for Astrid. Alright, and they'll be less on guard with us because we're new faces. Exactly. So, how will we find the train they're using to transport the cargo? We've received reports that the Ismilovs will be sending a cargo batch from the Snezarad train station. We'll need you to board that train and find the raw materials. If you could bring some of that cargo back, that would be best. So this is going to be a train heist. A righteous heist for a righteous thief. Theft isn't theft if it's villains you're up against. You know what they say, steal from villains what they wish to steal, and they shall steal nothing at all. That doesn't sound like any proverb Paimon knows. Something that's getting stolen either way, right? Anyway, it sounds like you already know what train it'll be. I don't know. Or are you gonna make us look for it ourselves? Oh, no need. We don't know which train they're using for the cargo run, but we do know who's in charge of the shipment. It's a small Volklak. Goes by Lori. So long as we track him, we'll find the vehicle they're using to transport the raw materials. You'll have to be careful, though. If they discover you, all that work will go to waste. Also, Sophia will be in charge of picking you two up. Although, well, either way, she's a reliable Luchkin. What do you mean, although? All right, go get ready, Sophia. Once again, Astrid, Paimon, let me express my thanks for your willingness to help. Oh, relax. It's just secretly swiping some samples. We've done this 1 billion times already, right, Astrid? Oh, yes, we're old hands. That's right. In that case, I'll be waiting here. I look forward to hearing good news from you. Hey, you there. Have tonight's goods arrived? They're ready on the platform. The young sire will have your head on a pike if anything goes wrong, assuming I don't gut you first. I'm watching it personally. Everything will be fine, sir, so please be at ease. You don't look like you're watching it. There he is. That's our guy, Lori. Right, that's your mark. You'll have to stick close to find the train they're using, but take care not to be discovered. Best case scenario, you grab the sample before the train departs. Good luck, you two. He's at the station, Astrid. What do we do now? Let's find a vantage point. That's true, there are too many people over here, and we might lose our guy. The station's got a second floor. Let's go up and see. We really can't see the whole station from here. Where's that Lori guy gone off to? Look, over there, he's boarded that train. That's the one we're looking for. Looks like we can jump here over that train. Let's go. Alright, we're on board. Finish checking the goods, Kirov? Messelson, go to the back and get Ishigo to swap with you. Good work out there these past few days. You've got it, Chief. Ishigo, where's that guy gone off to? You two get some rest first. I'll go bring him back here. Looks like they're changing shifts. Come on, Astrid. This might be our chance to sneak in. Here at last. This has got to be the cargo they're moving. Quick, Astrid, now's your chance. Can we get a sample from these boxes? Let me give this a go. Alright, Paimon will keep watch. Don't get stuck now. Dear passengers, the train you've boarded is about to depart. Please remain in your seats and be careful of tremors when the train starts. Hurry, the train's about to depart. Got it. Nice. Now we need to get off the train, huh? Who's there? Someone's moving the goods. Help! Uh-oh, they've spotted us, Astrid. Time to scoot! Closing in from both sides. What do we do? Up to the roof? Bloody hell. Oh, gosh. Stinging human thieves. Young Sire was right. Oh my gosh, it's going so fast. Come on, human scum. Curses. Whoa, we've got the sample and the back goes down, but how are we going to get off the train now? Come over here, Sophia, what's that? Wait, is that a sled? Quick, jump! After them, up, you fronts, don't let them leave with the stuff. Gotta jump. Did you get on, are you alright? Paimon's here. Are you alright, Astrid? Don't worry. Phew, that's good. I wouldn't be able to explain myself to Zmei if something happened to you. Phew, honestly, Paimon was scared stiff when the train started moving. She didn't know if you'd be able to pick us up. The moment I saw that train was moving and you hadn't gotten off, I started giving chase using the sled. Well, I borrowed it last minute from a kind gentleman at the station. Well, it's because this nice guy was there. Otherwise, Paimon and Astrid might not have gotten out at all. Well, I suppose we should go thank that gentleman later, huh? Anyway, Astrid, did you get the sample? I did. Great. Alright, let's go. Zmei is waiting for us. Are things alright? So, is it really... Normally, I'd say I've got good news and bad news, but things are worse than we expected. There's only bad news and worse news. And then the young sire really is trying to open the Shadow Realm. Yes, that's the bad news. Well, what's the worst news? He's nearly there. Maybe not all the way yet, but close. You can tell that much from it? When I was a child, I even entered the Shadow Realm once, only it wasn't exactly a pleasant memory for me. After that, I never wanted anything to do with the Shadow Realm again. He's refining Kresnik crystal. Once it's pure enough, it can act as the key, the energy source needed to start the mechanism that opens the Shadow Realm. Oh, that's not good. That means the mechanism is already built, at least. Seems that way. Hold on a second. How do you gang members know all this Shadow Realm stuff? Gangs really can't get their hands on anything, huh? Don't give us too much credit. The old sire just happened to have a few strings he can pull at the Energy Commission. Some of our people have done odd jobs for the Commission's higher-ups before. Once someone sets their minds to finding it, especially someone with an agenda, information like that isn't hard to get. What's he after? Yeah, why would he want to open the Shadow Realm in the first place? Maybe for the ruins drifting through it. Maybe to open it right in front of the Zaparni Palace and turn it into some kind of man-made disaster. No one knows. The Shadow Realm is dangerous. Whatever he's planning, I'm sure it's nothing good. But his motive isn't what matters most right now. The real issue is where the mechanism that opens the Shadow Realm is. Oh, Paimon gets it. If we break that mechanism first, then whatever scheme he's cooking up goes nowhere. Precisely, and as luck would have it, before we sent you after the samples, one of ours had already slipped inside one of the Ismailov's major strongholds. She might know something. Right, Gareva, she's amazing. She found a way to warn us about Ismailov using the trains to move supplies, even about Lori's cargo run. In other words, much more reliable than a certain rabbit. Hey, I just act before I think sometimes. Still, as for Gareva, what's the matter? Her mission window has already passed, but she never checked back in. We sent people to look for her, but so far, no one's found a trace. What? Gareva? No, that can't be right. Exactly. Gareva's never late, and she never leaves people waiting. Then she must be in trouble. I'm afraid so. That makes this so much worse. She slipped into a stronghold run by the young sire's second-in-command. If they found her out, the man they call the Butcher won't let her off easy. Could they have seen through her disguise? No, Gareva is always kept to the shadows. She's not like us. Ismailov's people wouldn't know her face. Then, could she have already... No, she can't be. How could she be? Gareva? I don't believe the Butcher would do something like that right away. From what we know about him, he tried to get more information out of Miss Gareva first. If I were him, I'd do the same. Is that how it works? I know Miss Gareva won't tell them anything, but that means we have to help her right away before the Butcher completely runs out of patience with her. But there's no time to argue. I'm going to save Gareva. And get yourself killed. Maybe, but doing nothing would feel even worse. That sort of impulse can put you in danger faster than you realize. Astrid, Paimon, I know this is a lot to ask, but will you help us rescue Gareva? Sounds like Gareva's in real danger, Astrid. Well, we didn't say we wouldn't help. Really? We'll help, of course, but this is extra work, so don't forget to add a little something to the reward, okay? Naturally, Luchkin would never let friends who came to our aid leave disappointed. So, where exactly is the stronghold Gareva sunk into? Northwest of Snezhnograd. It used to be a Fatui military base, but it was abandoned some time ago. From there, it changed hands a few times before eventually ending up with Ismailov. Kings really can get their hands on anything, huh? Mora can get you just about anything. With enough of it changing hands, even the ley lines might start moving a little faster. So getting hold of one small abandoned base wouldn't be much of a challenge. And among all the gangs, the Ismailov have always been the richest. From what we've heard, the place is heavily guarded. A frontal assault won't be easy, so whatever you do, please be careful. We want Gareva back alive, but your safety matters to us too. If rescuing her turns out to be impossible, retreat immediately. Got it. We're on the case. Dismay, I know you don't really like sending me out on missions, but this is Gareva. Can I go with them? I'm really worried about her. Alright, just don't slow anyone down. Go get everything you'll need for the mission. Okay, I'll get ready right away. Gareva, please be okay. Let me pull up the map. Luckily, there's not much here.
Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
That's where one of the other shadow realms already is. This place used to be a Fatui base. The layout inside is so confusing, so keep your guard up. Oh, we haven't even reached the entrance, and there are already a ton of guards. How do we get in? Kureva said the main gate would be closely guarded, but there's a hole above it where part of the structure collapsed. We might be able to get through from there. If we move any further, they'll notice us. Alright, we'd be noticed right away. Gotcha. Since we're new faces here, they won't recognize us. Leave the rest to Paimon and Astrid. Then we're counting on you to rescue Kureva. Irina and I will wait outside and back you up, just like we did last time when you went in to steal the sample. Then don't forget to have the sled ready again, okay, Sophia? Don't worry, I won't. Whatever you need, I'll have it ready for you. Just come back safe, Astrid and Paimon. Yes, there do be some furries.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help.
Ring, ring, ring. What's that noise? Why is it so loud? Kibiev, go check it out. It's a matryoshka. Strange. Something inside the doll making that sound. Oh, open one up and there's another one inside. Who put this thing here? Oh, that guy's attention is caught by that weird doll. This is our chance to sneak past.
Not bad. It's all yours.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm tired already.
trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. I have not, from my understanding, it's just a more combat focused game, and that's not.
I'm tired already.
It's just not what I really like. Like, I like stuff like Genshin and Wuthering Waves, because it's.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help.
What am I supposed to do? I'm having the troubles here. I don't really understand what... Like, it looks like there's a lift here, but the lift isn't down here?
I've read almost every novel from Yai Publishing House. Pretty normal, right?
Cruising for a bruising, huh?
There we go. The plan has reached a critical stage. Daily security must be maintained without fail. We captured a rat attempting to infiltrate Izmailov. By order of the young sire, security personnel and alert levels are to be reinforced. The mechanism in the Shadow Realm are reportedly in place. Refining Kresnik crystal, completing the key have become matters of utmost urgency. That woman still refuses to talk. Who sent her? The High Table, Luchkin, or the Energy Commission? Like I said, I have it like in my library. I just don't know that I'd ever be super interested in playing it long term because it is meant to be more like for people who are into more difficult combat. And that's just not me.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help. Return to the skies!
You're not the butcher. Wait, you're not Izmailov either. So who are you? Did Zmei or Irina send you? Oh my, I thought they'd be coming by in person. I'm a friend of the Luchkin. Well, looks like Zmei has finally made some decent friends for once. Yep, Zmei sent us here. You're Gareva, right? Yeah, but listen, friends, this place is dangerous, so don't worry about getting me out. Just help me pass on a message. Listen carefully. You can tell them yourself. Yeah, once we get you out of here, you can tell them yourself. Well, aren't you two wonderful, bright and steady, like a little sun and a little star? Looks like Zmei finally picked the right people for once. How nice. I like you two already. Now then, little sun, come help me get this door open. Thank you. The last few days have been exhausting. When I get back, I'm definitely asking Zmei for a raise. Come on, we've gotta go before anyone notices. Now, no need to rush. What's this cute little white star's name? You mean Paimon? Paimon's name is Paimon. And this little golden sun here? I'm Astrid. Hold on, we don't have any time to stand around introducing ourselves. It's alright, the only person who comes in here is the butcher, and he isn't due back for a good while yet. After 3 days locked in this place, a few more minutes won't hurt, and besides, well, let's just say I don't take things lying down. If someone insults me, I give it right back. If someone hits me, I hit back. So I'm not about to run off with my tail between my legs. Not before we leave our dear friend the butcher a proper little parting gift. Then we'll wait nearby, and the moment the butcher walks in, we'll jump him. No need for our sweet new friends to get involved. Just hide behind those crates outside for a little while. I'll be quick, and remember, not a sound, okay? Sure. Yeah, she's kind of interesting because, like, she's very tough, but also she's like my little sun and little star. Don't get involved in this violence. I know you haven't lost your mind and I'm running out of patience, so tell me what I came here to hear and maybe I'll make things a little less painful for you. Oh, how merciful of you, Lord Butcher. Justice and mercy are for the weak. Only children who don't know the world still cling to words like that, and you know very well why I've let you live this long. You want to know who I'm working for, don't you? But if you really had faith in the young sire, you never would have left me alive. You only did because you were thinking maybe whoever's behind her could give me a way out. Silence. We both know the old sire's death doesn't add up, right? The old sire's time was over long ago. If anything, he's stuck around too long. Forget it. If you're not going to talk, then we'll just do this the usual way. Let's get started. No, don't. Please don't use that. I can't. Not again. Thought you'd last longer. Talk, Brett. Tell me what I want, and I'll make it stop. I'll tell you. Please come closer. This isn't for anyone else to hear. See, if you just talked sooner, you could have saved yourself a lot of pain. I know I was wrong. Come closer. I'll say it in your ear. There, now tell me, who are you really... So, Shh, easy now, relax. Don't tense up, and don't try to call for help. You won't make a sound. Breathe for me, breathe. Breathe. Good, that's it. No need to be scared, poor thing. Feeling dizzy is normal. Let's go, it's over. Are you okay? I'm fine. In fact, I feel wonderful. What lovely weather for breaking out of prison. Right, good. Then let's get out of here. Oh. Okay, Oh, it kind of looks like everybody's gone. Okay.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help. Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
Come on, we can leave through this passage. And so the secret passage is right here. Paimon, we'd have to go back the way we came. Didn't see that coming, did you? The butcher probably never imagined the escape passage was actually right behind his own room. Well, what a shame. I was this close to escaping on my own. In this box, I could always see the butcher studying it, so there must be something important inside. Alright, let's take it with us. It might be some kind of antique. All of us may take a look at it. After all, as the saying goes, steal what the bad guys stole and the person they stole from will have nowhere to look. Paimon feels like she's heard something similar from Sophia before. Wait, isn't that way too sad for the person who got robbed? Alright. If we're staying any longer, things could get bad. Let's go. It's time for the sun and stars to rise from this gloomy cave. Greva, you came back. There, little bunny. Don't cry. I came back alive, didn't I? Don't look. Don't let our friends see you making such a fuss. Astrid, Paimon, I can't thank you enough. How about this? I'm actually pretty proud of my tail. Apart from that one time it got cut by an ice skate blade when I was little, it's never really been hurt. The old sire once praised me. Even among Volkadlok, a fluffy tail like this is quite rare. Maybe I should cut off my tail and give it to you as thanks. Sorry, but I prefer long tails. So you have a preference in tails? You're not taking someone else's tail? We're happy that we managed to get Greva out safely. Little buddy, you can cry if you want, but I'm injured personnel, you know. I can't keep standing here. Besides, I still have things to smell Zvay and Miss Irina. They keep changing the spelling of these names. My lower back hurts. My back hurts all over. I'm telling you, that butcher. Alright. I'll take you back now. This time I actually rented a proper sleigh. Let's ride back in a bit. And that butcher, I'll beat him up good next time. Paimon, what's wrong? Nothing. Let's just hurry back. First, I must thank Astrid and Paimon for rescuing Miss Greva. She's a very important companion to us. I can't thank you enough for this. Don't mention it. And Miss Greva, how are you feeling now, Miss Greva? Not dead yet. Good enough. Now then, let's talk about this whole incident. It all began several months ago. One night, we received word that the old sire had fallen gravely ill and passed away all of a sudden. Yes, the old sire was in quite good health, and rumor has it that the last people to see him that night were none other than the young sire and the butcher. The old man's death is looking more and more suspicious now. I'm 90% sure that this is their doing. In truth, quite a few people at the high table suspect the same. After the old sire passed away, many of the smaller gangs beneath them fell into chaos. The number of punishments handed down to gang members for violating the law has grown far beyond what it used to be. Many of those cases were also deeply connected to the Ismailovs. At the same time, they began spending huge amounts of more on some kind of plan, even going so far as to collect debts by force. Yes, either to open the Shadow Realm or to learn how to open it. But what good would that do? The young sire wanted to use such means to prove to the lords above that Fey gangs could master technology on par with the Energy Commission. He wanted to use it as a bargaining chip and stake the high table itself as the roulette table. Really? That's what he wanted? That's what I heard. Unlike us, we furballs are satisfied just rolling around in the furnace ash. But some people have ambitions to plant their backsides in the Schneznegrad Veche. He's gone too far down the wrong path. Now the mechanism for opening the Shadow Realm is already completed. And the key, that thing made from a refined Kresnik crystal, it's nearly complete as well. All that's left is to insert the key into the mechanism, give it a turn, and then pop. The Shadow Realm will rise into this world like a fish drawn up to the surface. Wait, so what's the box for? You know, the butcher's box? It's probably just one of many contingencies, and he never used it in the end. Doesn't seem like anything important. It seems more like some strange collectible, maybe worth looking into, but that's not important right now. What matters is, we have to stop him, no matter what. So the question is, where will he try to open the Shadow Realm? Miss Goreva. At the train boneyard. I also found out the password to get in. It's Oedipus. The train boneyard. So that's where it is. Do trains die too? No, of course not. The train boneyard is just a nickname only the locals know. Yeah, it's actually a half-excavated tunnel, but after a Shadow Realm disaster caused the tunnel to collapse, the construction work was halted. After that, for some reason, it became a dumping ground for abandoned trains. So that's why. If they open the Shadow Realm there, if things go even slightly out of control, the residents of the surrounding villages and towns would surely be drawn in. But to get there, we'd have to pass through the Sub-Zero Zone. Looks like we'll need to prepare a train. We'll cover the cost of renting the train. A business trip on the company dime. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Paimon gets it. Still, whether it's Ismilov or Lichkin, renting an entire train seems pretty routine for you guys. Well, everyone has their own connections. We wouldn't waste any more time. Let's get going. Wow, you actually rented one. Of course we did. The old sire may be gone, but the friendships and connections he built are still with us. As for how long they'll last without him, that's another question, but that's a worry for another day. Say, Irina, Sophia, is Goreva not coming? She's injured very badly. It's best to let her get some rest. Alright, then let's set out for the train boneyard. The train boneyard? Can't believe we're going there. Something wrong with that place? Not exactly. It's just that a long time ago, when we were still children, the old sire often took us there to play. Me, Irina, Vasily, who is now called the young sire, and Lubyev, who was sent away to Novokatsigrad. Lubyev is now head of House Remesov, but his hands aren't exactly clean, and I haven't heard anything about him in a long time. In any case, the four of us grew up together, but like branches splitting from the same tree, the further they grow, the further apart their tips become. Everyone has their own path. Yes, you're right. But crooked branches ought to be pruned. Oh, she has a little narwhal pet. No one can define whether another person's path is crooked. We're gangs, after all, herring with one foot in the shadows. What right do we have to define anyone else? Still, I think what sets us apart from beasts may sometimes be nothing more than a small measure of compassion. Compassion? It is, in fact, the first line of the law. Do not commit acts devoid of mercy or justice. Though whether one acts with mercy and justice ultimately rests with the heart. As I see it, everyone's busy chasing after their own ends, and few truly have the time to look after others. But there are always a few moments in life when one faces a choice that can change the course of their path. One may choose, for my own sake, I can hurt anyone else, or think, how innocent those who would be hurt are. I simply can't bear it. The inability to bear it is compassion, and that compassion is a humane heart. If you often find yourself unable to bear such things, you may feel that you're still on the right path a person ought to walk. But one only needs to choose the former once, just once, and they'll cross that line again and again until at last there's no turning back. I think Vasily is beyond that line now, wandering in a darkness where he cannot even see his own hand before him. I feel like I've heard that name before. I don't know. I just feel like I came up at some point in Not Cry. Where am I? Okay. I see. I see. I see.
Show no mercy! Oz, reveal! Ducky, ducky, go!
Shut up! Run faster.
Boing, boing, boom! More treasure! More treasure!
Straganina. What is Straganina? It's a dish made of raw, fresh frozen fish sliced into long, thin, curling shavings. Interesting. Oedipus is the password. How do you get to it? Open up. We have important news for the young sire. Hey, what's the password? Oedipus. No problem here. Strange. The password checks out, but we didn't receive any prior notice. Paimon said it's urgent. All right. Just a moment. I'll open the gate. Wait, you're the Lichkin. Enemy attack. We're under attack.
La la la.
Huh? Who goes? Just you wait. Just you wait. Who goes there?
La la la.
Who goes there?
Yay, shiny.
This is not a precious chest. Are you gonna?
Ready to taste my
I was like, are you gonna get around to fighting me? Shadow Realm energy detected. Just as I thought. Those devices, they're activation devices. With this concentration of Shadow Realm energy, there's only one final step. Then we're still in time. Still in time. The old man loves saying things like that, but how many things in this world can truly be reached in time? So you came after all, my dear little brother and sister? Huh? Are you? Vasya, the young sire. Vastly Oedipus Ismailov. Oh, you even brought outsiders with you. Where did you find these hired thugs? How disgraceful. Now that the old man is gone, you need outsiders to help you make a stand. Stop this obsession of yours. Opening the Shadow Realm will bring no good. It'll only cause more casualties. If this reaches the Druzhna, the entire high table will be finished. Stop it, brother, before this gets any worse. It's not too late. Shut up, Zhmei. What do you know? That old bastard wanted to leave his seat at the high table to you. You think I didn't know that? Oh my gosh, Genshin is saying naughty words. As if I don't have to mark all of my streams as adult because I can't keep my mouth shut. He would have made you the speaker of the high table simply because you want nothing and because you would change nothing. For all this time, we Fey gangs have always been looked down on. All the odd jobs the Druzhna and Energy Commission don't want to get dumped on the Ismailov. Oh, snow's piled up on the train tracks, then send Remisov. Those poor beggars shivering in the cold with no money and no roof over their heads. Fine, have them report to the Lichkin. We're nothing but dogs to those lords. Dogs they can summon and dismiss at will. You have no idea how many innocent people the lads and I have roughed up for those highfalutin gents above while collecting debts, how much dirty work we've done for them. But now, all that's about to change. Our poor dear father cared so much about his energy commission, didn't he? Now, whatever the Energy Commission can do, I, Ismilov, can do as well. And what the Energy Commission can't do, I, Ismilov, can still do all the same. The High Table, you can play at that make-believe council yourselves. The law, it's nothing but a leash the old man left around our necks. Fastly. Sorry, I almost forgot there really is a dog here. The old man spent his whole life as someone's dog, too. He was a dog back at Gelmir, and even after he became president of the Energy Commission and Speaker of the High Table. How impressive. But he was still someone else's dog. That night, I begged him again to let me take over his work, but he said, the mission is complete. I've already found what I sought in the Shadow Realm. From now on, even the Energy Commission will no longer involve itself too deeply in matters concerning the Shadow Realm. What a joke. To possess power like that and do nothing with it. Then what about us? What do we get for all that dirty work we did? By the time I came back to my senses, the old man had already... So it really was you. Yeah, it was me. And now the old man is gone. There's no one left to stand in my way. I will have a seat in the real council. As long as I'm there, there will always be a place for Ismailovs at Shneznaya's table. I'll make those lords understand I, Vasily Ismailov, am no Nikolaevich, nor am I the young sire. Come, my foolish little brother and sister, you won't be able to witness alongside me the future in which the Ismailov shines. Ismailovs, prove your worth to me. Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
Should be worth holding on to. Now these will come in handy.
Stop this madness, Vasya. At this rate, the entire mine will collapse, and everyone nearby will die. Madness? This is a plan I spent years putting together. I'll make people like us take a step forward. None of you can do it. Only I can. Me. Young sire. Don't you dare call me that. I'll accomplish the great work the old man never could, and the people shall call me for Lord Vasily. In years to come, when people speak of the old man of Nikolai Pakin Ismailov, they will call him Lord Vasily's father. I will surpass him. I will! But the Shadow Realm is too dangerous. You shouldn't get your hands on it. If the Shadow Realm gets out of control, you'll get yourself killed too. Do you have any other way? This is the right choice for you, for me, and for the whole family. It'll benefit us all. There has to be another way. What's with the bullshit law that only lets us lie to ourselves with the old man's way of doing things? He spent his whole life building everything so carefully, and in the end, he's just a dead man. He died by my hand just as everyone does in the end, walking towards a death that cannot be undone. Vasya, that stubborn old man I'll prove to him that my path is the right path.
Who's looking for trouble?
Pretty good haul.
Barely worth my time.
I know, he called his dad a bastard earlier too.
Will come in handy. Should be worth holding on to. Time to catch my breath. Pretty good haul. Nice.
Why am I always just one step short of what I want? I can't see anything. It's so dark. I remember now, when we were little, one time I hid so deep inside that I couldn't find the way out. I was so scared back then. I thought I'd never get out again. In the end, who was it? It was Irina and me met Vasya. We called your name and found you. Yeah. Smay, are you there? I'm here. Irina and I, we're both here. Take me away. I can't see anything here, Smay. Please take me away. It's a very sad sibling story now. The device is shut down. Oh, that was close. That scared Paimon a little bit, though. Oh, what's going on? The Shadow Realm may have affected the physical structure here. The tunnel collapsed like this before. Vasya! Hurry, it's time to go. Let's go, Smay. This way, we can get out. We've recovered what we needed. Let's go.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help.
There's this...
Whoa. I've never seen this stuff before.
The tremors have stopped, and the Shadow Realm's influence seems to be fading too. Then I suppose that's the end of the Ismailov incident. If Vasya had figured out how to open the Shadow Realm, he would have taken the entire High Table down with him. On behalf of the Fey Gang Federation's High Table, the Lichkins, and everyone affected by Vasya's actions, thank you again. Astrid, Paimon, we wouldn't have made it through all this smoothly without your help. Irina thanks you both. Yes, Sophia of the Lichkin thanks you too, and Goreva as well. I'll thank you on her behalf. It was nothing really, but if the young sire is... what's going to happen to the rest of the Ismailovs? The High Table will decide what to do next. You've already done more than enough for us, so we won't trouble you with the smaller affairs. It may take some time to settle everything. If you can, please come by as only. And don't forget that we still have a small token of thanks for you both. Good idea. Come visit any time if you'd like. I'll even let you pet my tail. I'd still visit even without the tail. So my tail isn't that appealing after all. Paimon doesn't think you really understand. Anyway, we'll definitely come visit. You're always welcome anytime, friends of the Lichkins. Yeah, it's one of them that you get like pulled into. Unfortunately. Like you're sitting there and you're like, I want to be doing something else.
So don't get any ideas.
Specifically, I would expect you're trying to, unlock the waypoint near it. Where am I supposed to get the damn... The only thing I need to finish Flamefeather Valley is there's a shrine right here, but I haven't seen any Shrine of Depth keys, like, anywhere. Where am I supposed to get these?
Here's to a life where the drinks keep flowing and the Mora keeps rolling.
Okay. The level 3 reward for the Statue of the Seven, and then meeting point rewards at level 3 for 2 of the meeting points, but not the one that I have the meeting point at level 3 for. Thanks. I hate it. Esme, we're here. Wait, where are Irina, Sophia, and Goreva? There's still much to be done regarding Ismailov, so they have all been busy attending to that. Oh right, aside from the reward we promised you before, we all agreed you should have these 2 as gifts. What's that? This is made from refined Kresnik crystal. A key to the Shadow Realm? More precisely, it was the key used to activate the device that opened the Shadow Realm, but now that the device has been destroyed, it no longer has much use. At this point, it's little more than a block of energy. It would be rather difficult for us to keep, but perhaps you'll find some way to use it. Let us say we're passing along a troublesome little package, one that seems far less troublesome in your hands than in ours. Troublesome little packages are only good when they come with snacks inside. And come to think of it, Astrid, didn't Alicia say he was looking for something like this? Maybe this is exactly what he meant. Then let's show it to him later. Good idea. Now, where were we? Smay, you said you had 2 things for us, right? One of them is this weird core, so what's the other? The second gift is this. What is it? A map? Looks like something's marked on it. Do you remember the box Goreva took from the butcher's desk? We had it open and found this map inside. This actually goes back to an old rumor. They say there was once a group of thieves who made a living robbing other gangs. After hitting one gang after another, they hid all the loot away somewhere. We always assumed it was just a story, but now it seems that so-called legendary thief's treasure may have been real after all. The butcher probably found a lead and got hold of the treasure map. Ismailov was short on money at the time after all. He just never managed to get the box open. Well, if this really is a legendary thief's treasure, shouldn't you keep it for yourselves? Lichkin still seems like it could really... how should I put this? Sophia may have said something more about justice earning no more, but to me, that is exactly what keeps justice clean. It's not about money, and it's not about what we stand to gain. Besides, it's only a map. Actually finding the treasure would still take time, effort, and plenty of people. Still, I have to admit, it does feel like a shame to hand it over. Quick, take them before I start having second thoughts. Received with thanks. That should be everything, then. I'll not keep you two from your journey any longer. If you ever have time to spare, please come and visit. The others would be happy to see you. You two will always have a place in Luchkin, are remarkable travelers from afar. We have a new message from the Eye of Grey.
I've read almost every...
There's like a million messages. Okay, I'll just read those messages later. I guess when he can donate stuff to the theater. Okay. I'm gonna go find this other meeting point real quick.
Whoa! That made me jump. Why did so many little animals suddenly scurry over? Strange. They seem to be fleeing from something. The voice seems to be coming from this hole. My ears... they're ringing.
Was Florianista, I assume.
Why does this voice sound so familiar? Should I jump down? Who knows what sort of trouble could be waiting? Right. Let me test the waters first. Hello? Come out of there! No response. This sudden silence is even more unsettling. But what exactly is down there? Well, there might be trouble, but there could also be treasure. Might as well take a look. If I encounter any danger, I'll make a quick exit. Just my luck. But looks like there's still a path ahead. Where am I? This is the same singing as before. I should follow the voice.
Is that what I need for a debt? I can't remember. Yes. Maybe.
A huge shell? Strange. Did that song just now come from inside? Could it be a fae? Hold on. Speaking of singing fae, could it be Vodyanitsa? Hello? Anyone here? Still no response. Well, if there are mushroom gods in this world, there might as well be seashell fae. I should check it out.
Hello there, traveler.
Vodyanitsa.
Don't sound so surprised. Who else were you expecting? A lost little Snegoroshka? A Vila who took a wrong turn? A Doma voice stranded in the middle of nowhere?
Sorry, why would they have to be lost?
Because my private practice room is so well hidden, obviously. No one stumbles upon this place on purpose.
True, and even if someone got lost.
That. Yeah, I originally planned to channel some water over there and completely seal it off. But I asked a bunch of engineers, and they all said blowing up the cave's rock wall could cause landslides, avalanches, surface cracks, all kinds of bad things. Anyway, it'd be a huge pain. Plus, if the cave's original structure was destroyed, its acoustics would be ruined too, and then I wouldn't even be able to use it for practice. So, I gave up. And anyway, it's just like you said. Not many people would dare to jump down from up there.
So this really is where you practice singing?
I'm not answering that question, because you haven't answered mine. Who else were you expecting to see here? One person asks, the other person answers. Then comes the next question. That's how polite conversation should go.
Alright, I thought it might be a shell fae.
A shell fae? You mean the oyster sprites that protect children who fall in the water? The ones from the
I don't know all the fae.
Fae like that don't exist in Snezhnaya. The only fae associated with pearls are us water nymphs. After all, legend has it that if we cry out of true sorrow, our tears will turn into pearls. Want me to cry for you right now? I could do it. I mean, we know each other so well, and you didn't even recognize my singing voice. That could get me going.
No need. I wouldn't want to bring down the mood.
Of course not. Otherwise, there'd be nothing but pearls at the bottom of the water now, wouldn't there? I bet pearl necklaces wouldn't be nearly as expensive either. Plus, those pearls wouldn't be the quality kind. They'd be misshapen and have all sorts of impurities. If only there really were oyster sprites, though. I bet if you paid one, you could get all sorts of beautiful pearl jewelry. Oh, right. Take this pill to warm yourself up. You fell into a puddle on your way down, right?
Hey, wait, how did you...
I heard your footsteps through the ice the minute you got to the entrance of the cave. You traversed the ice wall only to fall into the water at the last moment. I heard you sputtering from here. Now, I was considering letting you have a few sips of strong liquor to warm you back up. But on second thought, spirits that have been frozen lead to intoxication too quickly. So I thought this pill would be better. It's something hunters use to warm themselves up out in the frigid wilderness. Good. Now we can get back to your question. You wanted to know why I practice in a place like this, right?
Yes.
Well, the answer's simple. Practicing in the city would disturb people.
Oh, of course.
I used to practice in the theater, doing vocal warm-ups, singing a cappella, you know, stuff like that. Letting some fresh air in always puts me in a better mood, so I would usually practice with the window open. And, well, do I even need to say how captivating my singing voice is? Every time I practiced, a huge crowd of listeners would gather down below. And they wouldn't leave until I was done. Honestly, the people were packed as tight as sardines down there. But it's not like I could do anything to help it. That said, there's another reason I don't really practice in the theater anymore. I don't exactly recall when, but one day, this young girl showed up in the crowd of people who had come to listen to me. She turned out to be quite smart. She studied my habits to the point where, at all times, she knew when and where I was going to practice. And sure enough, she'd always be there. People would even pay her to show them where I'd be, so they could be sure to grab a spot. She made quite the sum that way. Now and then, she'd even send me a basket of flowers with a thick handwritten letter tucked inside. The letters weren't anything special, mostly the same flattery I've heard 10,000 times. And they read a tad awkwardly, too. But at least they were sincere. So, I'd often send her a ticket to my latest show in return. I thought it'd make her happy. I like people who chase after what they love with all their might, but still have some smarts to show for it. I think people like that are fun and cute.
So what happened?
Are fun to continue.
Oh, so what happened?
She changed. She no longer came to my practice sessions because she liked to hear me sing. She just wanted to make more. Lots and lots of it. Enough that she could put all the relentless celebrity chasing behind her. That much I wouldn't have minded, but then I discovered at some point she started selling every single ticket I sent her for several times the price. I suppose she didn't like my music anymore. The innocent version of her who was just there for the love of my voice was no more. In human terms, she grew up. I no longer found her cute, fun, or interesting. And I certainly didn't want to play with her anymore, so I moved to a different practice location. I won't meet anyone interesting here, of course. But at least I can practice my singing in peace. Although, you braved the journey here now, didn't you? Freezing puddle and all.
The little animals were all...
Don't even go there. It's been giving me such a headache. If the acoustics in this echo chamber were still in good shape, my voice wouldn't have come out nearly so...
striking.
Precisely. Thanks, traveler.
This place looks like it's in good shape, though.
The problem isn't the main cave structure, but the echo pillars made of prime ice. Perhaps I was practicing too hard, or my pitch was too high. But while I was practicing a few days ago, some of the pillars suddenly cracked. Honestly, all I need are a few simple prime ice pillars to replace the damaged ones, and this chamber will be pretty much back in working order. But alas, I'm terrible at making things like that.
What's that smile for? Well, you did give me that pill.
Oh, it's like I said. All I heard were footsteps at the entrance. It's not like I lured you here or something.
Uh-huh.
I swear. Anyway, since I have you here, there's no time to waste. Let me tell you which pillars to swap. Actually, just telling won't do. I have a better method.
And what would that be?
Shh. There we go. See those brightly illuminated prime ice pillars? Those are the broken ones.
Wow, Prime Ice is something else.
That goes without saying. Otherwise, I wouldn't be nearly so invested in all this. Anyway, I'm counting on you, Traveler. If you forget which prime ice pillars are broken, just come back and I'll show you again.
Oh shit, was I supposed to be memorizing that?
Oh, did you forget which pillars were broken? I'll sing again. Watch closely this time, okay?
I was not doing the
Count on
correct
you.
thing.
It turned out beautiful. The positioning of these prime ice pillars is perfect. Now then, let me test them out.
Huh, they give off a soft glow now.
That's right. Looks like I can practice in peace for now. Since you helped me fix these prime ice pillars, allow me to sing you a little practice piece.
Ear protection compulsory or optional?
Unnecessary. My voice is all warmed up, so I'll do some a cappella now. I'm practicing here today, and in a few days I'll head over to Ronkova Zoria to do the same. I wonder if Odette and Alosha will be there. Anyway, sit back and relax. Oh, but don't close your eyes, or you might zone out and fall face first into the water. ice pillars are working great. What should I practice next? Oh, Traveler, you're just in time. Come on, give these ice pillars a try.
How do I use them?
Nope. Here, take this. It can make the ice pillars ring. Go on. I'd quite like to hear what song you'll play.
Use this one. Oh.
What do you think? This private practice room of mine is pretty great, right? The song you played just now was quite original, too.
I thought my performance was missing a little something.
If that's your goal, then you've got a long road ahead of you. I suppose I could offer some guidance for a price.
What do you want?
Not sure yet. I'll let you know once I think of something fun. Until then, you owe me. Pleasure doing business with you. Be sure to come over and practice whenever you're free.
May the glory of the Prinzessin bring light to this world. A wonderful sight indeed. Why, it reminds me of my homeworld, where at the sight of the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, the very blood and tears of sinners turn to ice. Achoo! Achoo!
Not only their blood and tears, but also their saliva and mucus.
Alright. Let's go give us to Lucia, and then we'll move on to a bigger world quest.
We got this interesting looking crystal from the Fae gang. Take a look. Is this what we're looking for?
Great work, you guys. Give me a second to inspect it. One moment. Let me try this out. Thanks to you two, this step of the renovations is finally complete. Please accept this in return.
So, is there anything else you need help with?
I said I was gonna pick out a few cute puppies to act as guard dogs here. But I can handle that. No need to bother you with it. Once all the repair work is complete, this station should make a great little gathering spot. So be sure to drop by if you have the time.
We sure will!
I want to help pick out puppies. what the world has come to? I don't get to help pick out puppies? Alright. I guess we'll go do this one.
Rise like smoke. I'm tired already.
This lamp is weird, but for some reason now that we're near it, the blizzard's easing up. It even feels kind of warm. Wait a minute, Paimon's heard that if you suddenly start feeling warm on a snowy mountain, it could mean you're so cold you're starting to hallucinate. And I guess I'm hallucinating too. Ah, so you felt it too. It really is getting warmer. Don't worry, you two. This is a special lamp. They say it was blessed by the Fae that is now inside it a long time ago. It offers some protection from the cold. Hello? Whoa, did someone just appear out of nowhere? Hello, my flying friend. This is my lamp. I left it here earlier when I got a little bored and went for a walk. Oh, so is yours. Wait, you went for a walk in this blizzard just like that? How are you not freezing? Paimon, have you seen what the traveler's wearing? Freezing? Should I be reacting to temperature changes? Is that what you were expecting? That's not really the point. Most people would freeze solid if they wore that little in this weather like this. I suppose there are some people who do fine in the cold. Oh, yeah, the Fae don't really mind the cold. The Snegovic and Jack Frosts especially. But you don't look like a Fae, and you're not cold either. So who are you anyway, and what are you doing out here with no luggage and barely any warm clothes on? I'm Ikor. A woman told me to leave the house, but she didn't tell me where to go, so I've just been waiting here. The house? You mean the house of Hesperides? We're on our way there for some wedding. Paimon's never been to a Snegovic wedding before. They say the Snegovic live for love, right? So their weddings must be super romantic. A wedding, yes. For the Snegovic. It is an important ritual. They've been preparing for it for a long time. So it must be a really big deal, right? How exciting. Alright, who's the woman you were talking about? You know, the one who told you to leave the house? I have no idea. I'd never met her before that. Hold on, you mean to say that someone you didn't even know told you to leave the house and you just went along with it? Yes, because that was what she wanted, and she wanted it very badly. And if someone wanted something so badly that it becomes a wish, of course I should grant it. Astrid, he doesn't look that young, but the way he talks and acts is like that of a little child. He feels a little not all there. I can sense it. There's definitely a part of my body's power that's inside of him. Wait, really? We found it already? But the power inside him is incomplete. That may be why his mind seems a little not quite there as well. The power that's in him is so broken up that it's impossible to recover. What do we do now? Before I can reclaim this part of my power, it must be restored to a more complete state first. I sense that the part of my body here was split through a special ritual of some kind. If only I could get closer to the core of the power, then I might be able to give you a clearer answer. Sounds like we should head to over to the wedding then. So, are we taking him with us? We can't just leave him here, but we still don't know why that person made him leave the house. This is kind of a strange favor to ask, but could you show us the way to the House of Hesperides? We don't really know the area, you see, and you're from there, so you'd be the perfect guide. Is that your wish? Yes. Could you help me out with it? And Paimon thinks it'd be better for you, too. Even if you don't get cold, it just doesn't feel right for us to leave you out here in the storm dressed like that. People do not always know what is best for them. They choose storms in the morning, then pray for peace by night. Someone once told me that. Well, I do not feel the cold. Maybe you're right. So long as someone asks it of me, I'm willing to grant their wish. Now allow me to fulfill yours. Please follow me. What will I give in exchange? What you can have... Gosh. It's difficult because I kind of need everything. But... Why did it do that? No offense, dude, but I feel like I'm doing a better job at guiding than you. Okay. Pal, I don't think you get that I'm, like, gonna freeze to death. You might not be cold, but I am. Yep, let's move it along, Ikor. We got places to be. I'll leave 4 of these. Come on, let's keep it pushing. Yep, we gotta keep going.
Show no mercy. By royal boing, boing,
Ooh, where are we?
Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
Shit, I did it again. Oh, fuck.
Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
It is very cold. Mishkin, is that you? You're finally here. Who's Mishkin? No, we're just passing adventurers, Astrid and Paimon. We heard there was a wedding happening here, so we came by to take a look, and we do have an invite, so it's not like we're crashing the wedding, right? Please present your invitation to the statue by the door. The statue? Okay, sure. I feel like I'm really getting my Paimon voice down. Igor, you came from in there, right? Then you must know this place better than we do. Do they always have weird rules like this? This does not seem to be part of the ritual. So, you're just as lost as we are. Well, since we're already here, let's just do what she said for now. That sounds about right. Welcome to the House of Hesperides. Maybe I'm not saying this correctly. I've thought of this. How should I be saying this? Shit.
Hesperides.
Hesperides. Okay. My apologies. Since you have an invitation, then you are guests of this house, and every guest deserves a proper welcome. You may call me Aglaya. Okay, I'll wait for you. And I'll go put something in the oven. It's actually a good idea. She does appear to be a bit frostbitten. Also, I've come back, I've learned it is pronounced Hesperides. Okay. Is this your first time attending a Snegovic wedding? Mm-hmm. You two do not seem to be from around here, so I take it you have not heard about the scandal. I doubt you would have been willing to come here if you had. Scandal? At least humans would call it that. The last ceremonial ritual we held on the scale was Larissa's wedding. But that human betrayed her in the end. She killed him, and then the vow took her life too. Larissa was the most beautiful of us all. Even the way she died was beautiful. That day, her fury brought down a blizzard so fierce it froze even the bolts of lightning mid-fall. You should have seen that beautiful, deadly prime ice magic. Though you have no cause for worry. You'll be safe here at the House of Hesperides, as long as you stay away from what is forbidden. The ritual will begin when the clock strikes 8 times. Please make your way to the chapel right away when you hear it. Until then, you may look around the main hall. The other rooms are not open to guests. But you're welcome to enjoy the entertainment here, or simply rest for a while. The choice of yours. So, about all those rooms we're not allowed into. Some of these are private quarters. We even have one set aside for the bride and groom. Excuse. I didn't mean to be rude. Once there was a human woman who dared sneak into the groom's room while he was alone. Of course, she was caught almost immediately. What? Was she trying to steal the groom or something? Not from Pavlina, the Snegorochka prince. What Pavlina has laid claim to, no one takes from her. So cold is she by nature, she hardly seems like a Snegorochka at all. But that boy was hers, and there was no way she would let anyone take him away. Regardless of that, the ritual will go ahead, and we will succeed this time. She has sworn it on the sword Larissa once wielded. And we all know what happened to those who breaks their vows. Enough of the dull introductions. This ritual is one that is worth celebrating after all. I wish the both of you a most pleasant and unforgettable day here at the House of Hesperides. Oh my, you ended up all the way over here. Let's get you back where you're supposed to be. did Igor go? Goggles, did you see where he went? My apologies. Some special ritual power seems to be affecting this entire place. I can no longer sense his presence. Given some time, I may be able to determine what's going on. Honestly, Paimon still had so many questions for him. Like, if he's obviously just one part of Goggles' body, how does he have a whole body of his own? That part is easy enough to understand. It is like a pomegranate split open, its seeds scattered across the ground, piece the shell back together, and it can still just barely be called whole. Okay. Even if he isn't really human, that example is still pretty creepy. But we're out of leads for now, so we'll just have to wait for Goggles to figure things out. Come on, Astrid, let's go soak up the wedding atmosphere. It's not every day you get to see a Snugovic wedding. Wow, it's really lively here. Is this part of the activities? Oh. Astrid, you're already worn out? But what about the fun activities afterward? That can wait. First, let's see the main course. Now, we'll go... I mean, I didn't see any fun activities, but...
Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
Well, I'd love to help you, but I'm...
So don't get any ideas.
Stuck.
Return to the skies.
There we go.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help.
It's an odd... bunch of odd shit happening around here.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help. I've read almost every novel from Yai Publishing House. Pretty normal, right?
What are you doing? I'm training my abilities to observe Jack Frosts while they work. My sister told me that Jack Frosts sometimes slack off on the job. So it's important to know what all the different Jack Frosts are doing anytime and anywhere, so I need to sharpen my observation skills. It's a really fun exercise. You go into a room full of Jack Frosts, then quickly memorize all their details and movements. You observe them, then I ask you questions, answer correctly, and you'll get a reward. Would you like to give it a try? Sure. Then please head into the kitchen and start the challenge. The question is, how many Jack Frosts are wearing a certain kind of hat? Two. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 hatless ones. There were 3. Sure, okay. How many Jack Frosts are doing a certain thing? Laying on the ground. Searching. Cooking, cooking, cooking. Hiding, laying on the ground. Laying on the ground. Laying on the ground. I think it was 5. Sure. What are the Jack Frosts doing? Laying on the ground, laying on the ground, laying on the ground. Beat. What is this? Looks dangerous. They are made of the red beets.
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
Alright, I think that's all the entertainment. Should we wait here until the wedding starts? Alright, let's do that. Looks like it's time. Everyone's heading towards the assembly hall. We'd better catch up. don't think I'm supposed to be here. No, I am. Okay.
Being too popular can be such a hassle.
Paimon's starting to feel a little nervous. It's like the chicken mushroom skewer she had this morning is dancing around in her stomach. Ugh. Paimon wonders what Pavlina, the princess of the Snegorochka, is like. What kind of person the groom is, too. If Aglaya's story is anything to go by, Pavlina sounds completely enchanted with him. Humans even tried to steal him away. He must be a once-in-a-lifetime heartthrob. Oh, and then there's Igor. He doesn't seem to be here either. Come to think of it, what was he doing in this mansion in the first place? Oh, the princess of Snegorochka has to be connected to all this somehow. Paimon was thinking the same thing, but today's supposed to be a happy occasion, and everyone's here to offer her their blessings. If we catch her in a good mood, maybe she'll let a clue or two slip. I have my doubts, Miss Paimon. Still, I agree. This is a good chance to gather clues up close. Pavlina! Pavlina! Whoa, where did she come from? She's the mistress of this place. A trick like that is child's play for her. But how did she... What have you found out? I sense that she carries a piece of my body's power in her life, too. How is that even possible? Huh? Today is a special day. We're a people that no one ever blessed or cared for, but that changes now. Love is what truly feeds the soul. We were born without souls, so we chased after love because we longed to have one. We live for love, and we live because of love. Yes, human love is what gives us souls. It is what allows us to become beings in our own right. But the humans who share their souls with us, they can be such terrible creditors who end up forcing us to live by the rules of their fickle love. Larissa once stood here too. You all saw the betrayal with your own eyes. Treachery so vile, it cost her both her soul and her life. But her death brought no shame upon us. On the contrary, it was something to be proud of, for it proved that nobility was always part of her nature. Nevertheless, her passing was a great loss to us, for there was no Snegorochka more pure-minded than Larissa. Pavlina, though, during her time at Javier Gelmir, no, perhaps even before then, she had already been tainted by human ways. That would probably explain why she sees things this way. It's the sort of idea only a human could have, even if Pavlina herself does not realize it. Looks like not everyone agrees with her. Actually, what Paimon really wants to know is that going to be your speech at the wedding? It sure doesn't sound like one. Her wrongful death will be the final page in our kind's tragic chapter. The new beginning granted to us by the gods shall soon arrive, and from this day forward, our soulless past shall finally come to an end. You never knew the truth, and there's no need for you to know it now. For this day to come, a sacrifice has already been made some time ago. What's happening? It feels like the air in the room has just changed all of a sudden. Come to us, soul water, born of the gods and made for the gods. Come to us, Igor. Come, offer yourself up for our sake. Oh, poor little Igor's got a collar on. Wait, he's the groom? Hey, Igor. He can't seem to hear Paimon. What's wrong with him? Did someone do this to him? Or is that Shackle? We have to do something, Astrid. Paimon has a feeling this ritual isn't the wedding we thought it was going to be. I'm afraid you're right. However, the Sneguruchka princess came to possess that fragment of power before. She must have found a way to claim the rest of it now. She wants to defy the natural order and give those under her protection souls, but she would never be able to do it by herself alone, and that is where that power comes in. Then we must do something now. She's going to take him. Say it, Ikor. Do you promise to give us what we've been wishing for? Yes, I do. I object to this union. Exania, though I do not know how you managed to escape that inescapable prison, but you were not invited to today's proceedings. Yes, you already told me that earlier today, with not a trace of kindness left for an old colleague. How sad. But you and I both know I have every right to be here as an uninvited guest. Stop it. Why keep on fighting when you know it won't change anything? You know you won't win, not even now. I know, and that's why I came here with some help this time. A cheap little trick. All that will do is buy you a little time. The clock strikes again. A cold voice whispers the words in your ear. You know this isn't the first time you've heard something like this before. In that voice, you hear a soul taking shape, polished by countless trials until it slowly grows to be more beautiful. That is, if pain, too, could be called beautiful. In that same voice, you hear a soul taking form, growing ever more magnificent as it undergoes an endless process of transcendence. That is, if distortion, too, could be called magnificent. Each time brings greater pain than the last. Each time brings you closer to the thing you've been longing for, and yet the mouth opens, then slowly closes again. It is too late. No words can stop what has already begun. After all, that wish matters more than anything now. Yes, the clock strikes again. So let us begin once more. You say you know, you've heard these words before. Mine, ours, this endless wedding of ours. Astrid! Oh, there you are. Did the bell wake you? You were completely out of it. Is this bed right here really that comfy? I think I had a dream. No wonder. You were asleep for a long time. Paimon's been keeping watch the whole time. Was it a nice dream or a scary one? Actually, never mind. Tell Paimon later. Now's not really the time. Do you remember what happened earlier? We came to the House of Hesperides for a wedding, but that ritual wasn't a wedding at all. That towering princess of the Sneguruchka, Pavlina, she nearly killed Ikor. Paimon knows Ikor isn't really human, strictly speaking. He's just a fragment of the power that originally belonged to Goggles. But even so, compassion is something to be respected, Miss Paimon. They've been carrying out this ritual again and again. Is that what was happening? So that's what you saw in your dream. Astrid, please stay calm. This is to be expected. Pavlina is a fae, after all. She cannot draw all the power from my body fragment at once, so she has to do it bit by bit, through the ritual again and again. That's what the Sneguruchka's ritual is. They take a soul from someone they love to make themselves whole. Sneguruchka are fae, created without flesh and blood, and thus their souls are incomplete. Sneguruchka are fae born for love. Rather, they are fae who can only become whole through love, by taking another's soul. That is why so many love stories centered on Sneguruchka end in tragedy. How could that happen? Thank goodness. Actually, thank goodness Goggles was there. We never would have made it out of that wedding without him. Thanks, Goggles. When Pavlina cast her spell, Goggles was the one who protected us and brought us here, somewhere safe. While you were asleep, Paimon did some poking around. Looks like someone named Mishkin used to live here. Didn't Nicolea mention him when she first welcomed us? Hello, do you copy? You should be able to hear what I'm saying, I think. Thanks for nothing, you two. I poured so much effort into getting him out, even if in part, only for you to send him right back, as if nothing had happened. Pavlina almost won right there and then. Xenia? Ha, I am the creator of the Eye of Grey, after all. I can still make use of some of its functions. It's been a while since we last met, oh dear colleague. Don't you think you're getting a bit too passionate right now? Oh my gosh. Sorry, that wasn't meant for you. I'm currently busy dealing with that crazy shrew. How tragic. Pavlina of Snegovic, you completely lost it. Her gaze is like prime ice, but her mind is like a powder keg. A single spark could set her off and destroy all around her. In any case, I know what you're here for. We have the same goal. I've trapped Pavlina, but have little time for anything else right now. Take his fragments away from here one by one, while her grip on this area is weakened, away from her grasp. This mansion I came here often in the past. The location of his fragment, which I split off in the map of this mansion, I'll send them to you later. Get moving. I won't be able to hold out for long. Finish your business before the clock strikes 8 times, before the wedding, or perhaps everything else starts all over again. I'll be back. I have to go put my dinner in the oven. She's gone. Again. Take Goggle's fragments one by one. What does she even mean? Doesn't she know that Pavlina has some of Goggle's power, too? She may have something else up her sleeves, too. Yeah, better take what she says with a huge rock of salt. But what should we do now, then? Hey, you know what? This is about Goggles. We should ask what he wants. I think maybe we should gather at least some of the power that has been split up and try to make him as complete as possible. Then we can take it all back. This may sound a little ironic, but my wish is for the fragments, incomplete as they are, to be as whole as possible. It's just like how the Snegorochka princess must have decided to perform the ritual because she wanted to help her people become more whole. That is something I can understand and even empathize with to some degree. How can you feel for her? She was gonna gobble you up piece by piece just to get what she wanted. Paimon can share food or moral with other folks, no problem. But if you want Paimon to hand over an arm or a leg, or even Paimon's hair, actually, hair seems alright, especially if it's just a few strands. Anyway, that's not the point. It doesn't matter what the other person's reasons are. This is something Paimon needs to think over very carefully, though Paimon probably won't say yes anyway, to be honest. Yes, it's not good to over-deplete yourself for the sake of others. You're right, but that aside, there is another reason we must reclaim him whole. Another reason? And what would that be? That you don't need to know, Paimon. The two of you keeping something from Paimon, and Paimon's not talking about secret snack stashes or anything like that. We should get moving. I have marked the fragment locations. Let's go before the clock strikes 8. Who are you people, and what are you doing here in this room? You must be Aglaya. We've already shown our invite earlier. That's so, but how do you know my name? You must have heard it from the others. Alright then, I'm guessing someone has already told you about the do's and don'ts around here. But this room is also off limits. This isn't a room for ordinary guests. The ritual will begin when the clock strikes 8 times. I wish the both of you a most pleasant and unforgettable day here at the House of Hesperides. The way she was acting, it was like she'd never met us before. That's weird. Is it because everything is restarted? understand what I'm supposed to do.
Nearer to the action is closer.
This is not...
I'm here. Let's go, let's go.
There we go.
Ta-da! Clean! Yay, shiny!
Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
Everything in here is a loop. We're constantly repeating the day of the princess's wedding. How many years have I spent in here? How many years before I realized that this was going on? Every day, every day, every day. I would promise her that once the princess's wedding was over, we would flee this godforsaken mountain mansion together. Throughout all these many cycles, neither of our feelings have changed, mine or hers. It's just that we never left. We were never able to. For the long-lived Fae, this daily grinding torment might be nothing more than the hazy state just before a dream begins to fade. But as a human, I've already aged. Perhaps that was how I broke free from the cycle. I had grown too weak. Will she see my cold body, which has ceased to breathe? Will my death sadden her? It will, I'm sure. Even in this deplorable situation, I can be sure that our love for one another burns as bright as ever. It is fortunate, then, that this perpetual cycle will cause her to forget about my death. This way she can continue living with hope in her heart. To think that I have come to be thankful for this everyday cycle. I can barely even hold my pen anymore. It seems I'm about to break our promise. My poor dear Glaya, I hope you can read this letter and then forget the name Mishkin.
I'm tired already.
Big mistake.
I think it went back up this way. It's gonna kill me.
I'm tired already. I'm tired already.
No.
I'm tired already. Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help.
I wasn't even supposed to be here at all.
It's all yours.
Who are you? But whoever you are, this place is off limits to ordinary visitors. Please do not linger here either. That's strange. Well, I can sense the fragment more or less around here.
Is it too much to carry? Here, let me help.
Meow. Whoa, where did the cats come from? It scared the life out of Paimon. Oh, it's doing something by the flower vase. Okay. Looking more closely, there are signs of scraping on the floor around the vase. You also spot what looks like cat scratches at the bottom of the vase. Could this be turning vase? Hey look, the door's open. Now we can go further in.
Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later.
I've solved the puzzle, I thought. What am I missing? Oh. There we go.
Go on, take them.
Okay.
I'll thank the star for you later.
I see the fragment lies within the garden, more precisely within the great tree there. Okay, let's go have a look. Hi there, would it be alright if we went in and looked around? We're visiting from somewhere far, far away, and we've never seen a garden as wonderful as this one. Visitors from a different land. Thank you for the compliment. When Larissa was still alive, she would come by often for some work here and there. The plants all thrived under her care. At that time, the big tree over there would bear the biggest, most beautiful fruits. But after she left us for good, no matter how or what I tried, that tree would simply bear fruit no more. But there's more to this garden than the tree, wouldn't you agree? So, do you think we can get in there for a closer look at its beauty? I'm afraid not. The garden is currently under maintenance, and no one is allowed in there except the Fae help. I apologize, but rules are rules. But you're absolutely welcome to look at the garden from here. Didn't you say that you come from a different land? You can tell me some more stories while you admire the view. Just hold on a sec, please. He had Paimon thinking for a second he was gonna let us in, but then he said no! What are we gonna do now? Hazard, how about we skirt around to see if we can climb over the wall somehow? But it's gonna look a little weird if both of us disappear at the same time. That's gonna raise an eyebrow, don't you think? Then I'll have to trouble you to occupy him for a little while, Paimon. You're asking Paimon? You know I'm not the chatty type. That's true. Well, you can leave it to Paimon then. But it's gotta be a quick in and out here. Even Tibad's best guide has only so many stories to tell. Where am I going? Wow, I never knew that. I really learned something new today. That's right, that's right. Oh, look, Paimon's friend is here. Gotta go, we, have something to attend to. Don't worry about me, it's been great talking to you. Please come back to visit when you have the time. Sure. Did I interrupt something? You two seem to be having a good time. Oh, you're finally back, Astrid. This is the first time ever Paimon's got tired from all that talking. Paimon's gotta rest and talk a little less now. Yes, that's what Paimon's got to do. there he is. Thank goodness. We got to him before Pavlina did. Are you okay? How do you feel now? He may have a body now, but he is still only a puppet. He cannot feel anything so complex, nor can he answer you. Paimon knows, but still, it's not like it hurts to ask. Just let Paimon be. Like I said before, your compassion is something to be respected. That kindness is one of your virtues. But I don't think Astrid would want it to end up hurting you. Oh, what do you mean? Wait, does this have something to do with what you were all hiding from Paimon earlier? You really are an odd one. You are me, but it's something I've only realized today. That is because my presence has become more evident now that the princess is no longer in the way. How does it feel to converse with yourself? More ordinary than I'd ever imagined. Even if I was fortunate enough to have a body right now, I doubt we'd be throwing our arms around each other and crying. This body won't shed a tear, for it is created out of prime ice. Yes, that I am aware. Ah, that's right. You may not possess form, but you have something that I don't. Reason and intelligence. Can we pick up this conversation again a little later? We've got to get somewhere safe now. Who knows when Pavlina's coming back? She still has one of the fragments with her. That's right. What are we going to do about that fragment? Do we talk her out of the ritual? That doesn't seem very possible. She hasn't exactly been open to persuasion so far. Is defeating her the only way then? Not that Paimon doesn't have trust in Astrid or anything. Do you seek to stop the ritual? If that ritual continues, you'll be finished. Finito. Donezo. Paimon knows that you're not really human and your form of existence is different from ours, but we cannot possibly sit back and watch you get wiped out by her. I apologize, but I'm afraid I cannot assist you with this wish of yours. Why? The ritual has long been set in motion. Though the taboo that must not be inquired into or spoken of has already been broken, the ritual has fallen into distortion. It can neither be halted nor reversed. The only course remaining to me is to become one with it, or fade entirely into the ether. What? Without you, Goggles will never be whole again. But if the ritual were to continue... This is neither death nor the end. It is a return, a birth. If all goes well, all the Snegovic under her protection will receive a new lease on life. Is that what you really believe, or what she made you believe? Yeah, Paimon remembers how you never pushed back on anything, not even once, when we first met you. Are you sure she didn't put this idea in your head, too? Strangely, my mind feels remarkably clear at present, and I find myself recalling certain things from the past. We were once companions who shared the same ambition, and we were willing to pay the price for love set free for the sake of that more perfect world of her dreams. Of course, it is natural that one pays a price for their dreams to come true, yet if you have finally made your choice, the path ahead will not be an easy one either. And eventually she simply disappeared somewhere along the way, among the countless refinements and ascensions. She has even forgotten that I once chose to do all this without need of shackles. You do know that you will not succeed. I have neither your reason nor your intelligence, and I cannot predict things that have yet to happen. Is that the thing you are reluctant to tell Paimon? That's ridiculous. Are you sure there's no other way? Just as the dew upon leaf and flower inevitably find its way back to the stream, so too is the path towards becoming one irreversible. Once a single drop has returned to the waters, there's no way that it can be reclaimed. But nevertheless, I thank you for your consideration. I now understand why the other me chose to travel with you. Hey, I do hope the two of you have sent out the fragments like I said, since I'm in quite a predicament myself now. I'm trapped here and shall have to be away for a while. That was quite the move. I'll leave the rest to you. I should go now. She's here for me. away from me.
Show no mercy. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Blow them all up.
Fulfill our pact.
Odds reveal the Dumpy Dumpy
Get to work.
by royal decree.
Why do you make the noise like the Saurians do?
My command.
Dumpy Dumpy go. Impossible.
Return to the skies. Show no mercy.
Impossible. Impossible.
Fulfill our pact.
Odds reveal. Blazing delight. Boing, boing, boom.
Is that lightning frozen solid? Astrid, remember what Aglaia told us? On the day Larissa died, the blizzard raised by her fury could freeze even bolts of lightning mid-fall. Could this be what she meant? Then it seems the final site of the ritual lies at the summit, above the clouds. Oh, Astrid, watch your step on the way up, okay? And if you can't help looking down, Paimon will cover your eyes for you. Jesus. Oh shit, we're in the clouds. The two of you were not invited, but I have an invite on me. An invite, I see, though the two of you weren't meant to be invited. This altered fate has named you intruders all the same. What would Koski say if he were here? He would say something like, "This was bound to happen." But the bow has already been drawn and the arrow is set. Fate has carried us here, and there is no turning away from it now. I'm finally free. You've taught me all I know, Pavlina, and the ins and outs of your traps are no news to me. Where did you come from? Never mind that for now. The ritual mustn't continue. His power mustn't be sacrificed this way. And once we accomplish that, I have a score to settle with her, too.
Come, witness this great ritual of transcendence. You two, time to strike a pop. Show no mercy. This great ritual of transcendence.
Stop running away from me! You took his power away from me, just for the sake of your people. But are they really worth it? Are they really worth betraying the world His Majesty has promised? We should have had a better future. Her people are my responsibility, my burden to shoulder. A better future, it might have been for you, but for us, that would have just become another prison. Oxina, you seek a tomorrow, a place of eternal joy and flow, and a world of everlasting love. But what about us, Fae, and those without love? They will be reborn in a new courtyard. No, Oxina, they won't. Both you and I know full well that the cycle has run its course, and there will not be a new civilization henceforth. There will be a new creation no more. All that remains to us is the sifting and remaking. The door is one that we will never pass. It is but a pageant leading to the executioner's blade. Yet I must, for the sake of my friend who perished in pursuit of that absurd notion of love, for her sake alone, seek a way that even my people may find meaning in lives born of artifice. But it appears that this isn't something all your people can comprehend. Pavlina, you say that they are your responsibility and your burden. It may well be likewise for them. I'm speaking of the burden part. The ones who love and the ones who are loved, they'll always be burdens to each other. But how about you, Oxina? Axinia, have you ever given him a chance to choose his path? He will come to understand. Once upon a time, you told me that they do not know what is best for them, but I must say, you're no different than them. Perhaps we are all so. A price has to be paid for that tomorrow that should come, a price and a sacrifice. We have all chosen the paths that we thought were the best. As for where those will lead us to, it's not something I can predict. You have won this time, Oxinia. Go on, claim the spoils of your victory. I'm aware of that, but I have never hoped for your loss, Pavlina. She disappeared. But she did not vanish entirely, for she has left this. The union ritual is complete. It's just that she did not manage to offer up that power. And that is why the parts of my body that were fragmentized and then fragmentized again recrystallized after the ritual. That is correct. It is fortunate that we managed to stop Pebblina. She was so close to success. Here, take this. What's this? This is the Eye of Grey, or rather, what was originally a part of the Eye of Grey's body. Are you sure you want to give this to us? Also, tell us, why did you want to stop that Snegurochka princess? Because you and I share the same purpose, which is to help the will inside the Eye of Grey find its body and reclaim its power. So, what exactly is this power? Have you forgotten even what it is you wish to reclaim? Do you remember nothing but the will to recover what is yours? It is a thought that gives one pause, but I suppose it serves the purpose for which the plan was first devised. Your power, your body, they were created so that life may transcend life itself. And that is also why Pevlina sought to steal your power. A number of the Fae were originally servants, created by the Hyperboreans. They were never perfect creations. The Snegovic can only achieve completion and perfection through rituals, and what better than a ritual with an offering that would allow the Snegovic here to transcend as well? That was what Pavlina was trying to do. She sought to cast off the shackles placed upon her at the time of creation. The truth was, however, that because of her existence was incomplete, she could only draw upon his power by performing one ritual after another, endlessly. Though she is a Snegurochka princess, and thus among the mightiest of the Fae, these ceaseless rituals nevertheless brought great pain to both her mind and will. And you said that she was close to success regardless. Her success would have been the greatest defeat for the world. The tomorrow she has in mind is a tomorrow where her people would become whole. This, perhaps, is how she loves them. But for the rest of the world, using such power for a purpose like that would be nothing short of a waste. It's fortunate that we were able to recover it before she could do so. Paimon feels a little bad for this Snegovic now. Pity is a conceit born of arrogance and self-importance. Perhaps those Snegovic have no need to be pitied, nor for her so-called love. Paimon supposes you could be right. But that doesn't mean that everything she's done is wrong. Perhaps, and her people certainly do not have the right to condemn her. But for the world, her love is one confined to too small a circle. All this sounds so complicated. Can love really be too great or too limited? Some would say yes, and others would say no. Yet this is what I believe. A love capable of saving more lives is a love all the greater and all the more noble. So, what would I become if I recovered all my power? Would I then be strong enough to save everyone? That would depend on the choice you make. Very well. Since we share the same purpose, I am certain we shall meet again. Until that day, there is much that remains for us all to do. She's gone. How's it going with you, Goggles, now that you've recovered some of your power? Do you remember anything new? A few things, but they're only vague impressions for now. Oh, okay then. That's alright. She did say we'll see her again later anyway, so when we do, we'll just make her tell us everything. The NPC that they made for our boy Igor was really nice. Well, I'll at least start this quest. Oh, I should have enough now to... where is my train? Ew. I need to do some more on books. It's so cold out there. The train's definitely much cozier. That is precisely why the trains exist. Trekking long distances through such bitter cold. Oh, shit. Perhaps that too was my creator's original purpose in establishing it. Oh my gosh, why are you talking so fast? Your creator? Ah, could that be the strange woman What the hell? Okay, I guess I can't read this part. Your girl can't talk that fast. I think it's because we're on the train. Yeah, like, it's not even letting me make choices.
Fulfill our promise by royal decree. Turn to the cloud. Jumpy, jumpy, toe. We got a recipe for ice cream.
power!
Boing, boing, boom! Maybe there's even more buried below!
Fulfill our pact!
Odds reveal! Dumpty dumpty go! Boing boing boom! Blazing delight!
Show no mercy!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Maybe there's even more buried below!
So that is, yes, that's where we're going. The Belisar, the Belisar's private palace inside Snezhnegrad, Pale Crown Palace. Then the graceful Snegorotchka once played the guzli in the palace royal hall, while Waterborne Fae sang along to the ethereal melody, chanting the name of the king who ruled the snowfields. Valiant Volkodolak clashed endlessly before the throne, vying for the Tsar's favor, while Dumavoy searched far and wide for rare treasures and riches, all to fill the palace vault. Ugh, treasure vault. Yes, though by now I'm afraid it has long since been emptied. They say that was where the great king showed mercy. There he accepted humankind and allowed them to come before him, to help the frail, pitiful humans of that time carve out a place of their own amid the ice and snow. The flame of Kresnik was first kindled in that palace, then spread far and wide. And so, unlike in the days of the Pale Star's royal court, this eternally frozen land no longer belonged to the Fae alone. It became a land shared by humans and Fae. And he renamed it Shneznaya. So that's how Shneznaya came to be. But I always thought the Tsaritsa founded it. How does Goggles know so much about this place? Of course, I was created here in a hidden chamber within this palace. The place we mentioned before, Vergamir, though even that is only one corner of the palace's shadow. Oh wow, if this palace was so impressive, then why does it feel so cold and deserted now? Because 500 years ago, the Beliazar died fighting the abyss and the tides of beasts. His remains were brought back here. And after he was laid to rest, part of his body became the Tsar's white birch. Since then, the Tsaritsa has ruled Shneznaya from Zapharni Palace, and no one has returned here since. So, where we're going is actually the Beliazar's tomb. Yes, Miss Paimon, the Beliazar's tomb, but also the place where I was created. Wait, this isn't against the rules, is it? The authorities advise against entering without permission, but officially it is not strictly forbidden. Not strictly forbidden, then that means we're strictly allowed to sneak in. Then again, getting put on a wanted list could be interesting. Well, no thanks. Okay, Paimon knows what to do. If we get caught by some Shneznayan guards, Paimon will just say the guiding mechanism sent us the wrong way and we got lost. Getting lost isn't illegal, right? Yep, that's our story. The train tracks are broken. What are we gonna do? It's alright. That route was only ever meant to mislead people. It was never the real way into the Pale Crown Palace. Think of it as a marker telling ordinary pilgrims and those visiting in remembrance that they should go no further. If you really mean to cross over, you need to find the mechanism that activates the hidden tracks. I can sense it. The mechanism that summons the hidden tracks should be up on that. But the tower appears to be encircled by the Tsar's white birch. We'll have to find another way in. Okay, and we do need to find our traveler.
This world is full of
So there should be 2 more statues of the 7. I have heard that from the looks of it, like, there's a reason this update of Shneznaya is so big, and it's because it's not gonna get much bigger. But no, in all seriousness, it does, I think I saw somewhere that, like, this left us at, like, 60% of Shaznia, which kind of implies that there's only going to be one more Shaznia regional update. Which is interesting because, I mean, what are they going to do with the rest of the time? I mean, at least that does imply summer events not going to be or that there won't be a new region like this last year. It's just not, it's not really given summer event. My only thought is like maybe Hyperborea, but Hyperborea is supposed to be destroyed. It's the thing. But like it's not, you know, it's not impossible. But I wonder if the remaining update will go that way. It kind of is like the only way to go. That does make sense because it does kind of have you meeting up more with, I mean, I don't think it'll ever meet with Fontaine, but that does have you meet up with Fontaine more in that direction. I don't even know what to expect from the just update. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I've got this statue, the 7 unlocked. I'll be back. I don't know when. But because probably next weekend I will want to stream something else after so long. But like I said, I'll be back to finish these two and then do some exploration. But it's been good. The wedding story was interesting, and I feel like they're trying to imply that like we're gonna get all these fragments and it's gonna turn out that the Eye of Grey is the one who like split himself up and doesn't want to be back together. At least from that last conversation where he's like, what if like, you know, I come all together and it's not good. So I feel like that's the direction they're going in, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I will see you next time.